I'm gonna like me when I cuddle up tight and know as I'm sleeping, I'm safe and all right. I'm gonna like me because I'm loved and I know it. And liking myself is the best way to show it. I'm gonna like me, I already do. But enough about me, how about you? The end.
Controversy has been surrounding the program at the city's public library for months now. Today, groups came from near and far to make their voices heard. Demonstrators say drag queens should not be reading to young children because kids are too young to process the idea.
Well, we came here because of what they call Drag Queen Story Hour, which is nothing more than an attempt to indoctrinate children with LGBT ideology.
The city of Huntington Woods says there is a lot of support for Drag Queen Storytime. Mayor Bob Paul says if the program helps even one child feel more accepted, then it should be considered a success.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
2 demonstrations today outside of a children's story time hosted by drag queens. A group that showed up at the Huntington Woods Library to protest against it was actually met by a bigger group in support of it. Priya Mann has more on the debate.
Late last year, a city commissioner came out against drag queen storytime, and since then, opposition groups, many from out of state, have also chimed in. Well, today, protesters were here as parents and kids attended the first event of the year.
Our Father, who art in heaven.
A small group of protesters prayed outside Huntington Woods Library as the first drag queen storytime session of the year kicked off inside.
It's the children who are the victims in this unfortunate reality.
The woman who launched the program wasn't fazed, saying there were wait lists for drag queen storytime and that opposition came primarily from hate groups out of state.
Because of our community's outpouring of love for drag queen storytime, we will continue to include it in our programming for the foreseeable future.
Huntington Woods police separated protesters with Warriors for Christ from the much larger group of supporters who showed up.
We want to make sure that the kids don't run into any of their hate speech. The parents aren't accosted either before, during, or after the event.
We just pray very peacefully and hopefully that children will be protected from this awful crime.
I'm gonna like me because I'm loved and I know it.
Miss Raven Divine Cassadine was back in full force entertaining and educating kids. Organizers say the popular program promotes literacy and inclusivity.
The books also typically feature diverse characters and have storylines that build self-esteem and encourage children to value difference in others.
And for young children to be able to pair that lesson of self-acceptance with literacy is massively important in early childhood development. So we've got a lot of academic reasons and we've got a lot of moral reasons for being here too.
And the mayor was also here today showing his support. There was a heavy police presence as well, making sure families, supporters, and protesters were safe. Reporting from Huntington Woods, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
And we know city leaders now say there are no plans to end the program. They also say spots are limited.
You don't want to hear the truth. These little children like that, they're being.
Protesters coming from out of state to Metro Detroit protesting drag queen storytime, why they're so upset and what the counter protesters had to say.
Working for you. Fox 2 News at 6 starts now.
This created a whole lot of controversy. Drag queen storytime in Huntington Woods went on, and apparently it went on without a hitch, so to speak. Yes, there were people who showed up to protest the event, but many showed up to support literacy, diversity, and inclusion. Love, not hate chants. Countering that, a handful of people from out of town protesting an event organizers say is a fun way to promote literacy.
Have a good story time.
Saturday, moms and dads brought their kids to Drag Queen Story Time at the Huntington Woods Library for reading with flair. Despite everything going on outside.
It was adorable last time we went. The stories were so loving.
And that's why many of the counter-protesters showed up with smiles on their faces to show their support for story time and promote peace, love, and understanding, to be an umbrella keeping demonstrators from Warriors for Christ Ministries from raining on their parade.
It's about promoting an LGBT agenda. It's about trying to convince 3-year-olds that they can be gender fluid. And there's absolutely zero science to back that. We're here to defend children while they're here to defend homosexuals and transgenders.
I have no words. Everybody should be able to love whoever they want and be whoever they want to be. And I can't deal with the hate.
Police on hand to make sure things went smoothly as the completely full story time went on as planned.
What we just experienced was super friendly and exciting. All the posters and the cheering and the clapping, that was a super loving way to enter this kind of event.
And we reached out to Huntington Woods. They say they had no issues at all. Everything went off great. In fact, they even had a wait list for this event.
I'm gonna like me when I cut her up tight and know as I'm sleeping, I'm safe and all right. I'm gonna like me because I'm loved and I know it. And liking myself is the best way to show it. I'm gonna like me, I already do. But enough about me, how about you? The end.